Hello. By now, you should have your homework or your classwork here, homework slash out on your desk. The sub should have handed it out to you. And we're going to look at this and we're going to go over a few of them. There's quite a few problems. So today we're going to be working on the odds. So just the odds, the ones on the left-hand column. As you notice, the first four problems here are exactly like yesterday's. They are interior angles. Interior angles, and we know that the sum of the interior angles add up to 180 degrees. So I'm going to let you do number 1 and number 3 on your own. And I want you to come down here to number 5. Let's take a look at number 5. And here's where those detective skills have to come into play. Our ultimate goal, our ultimate job today is to find this exterior angle, that question mark angle. We want to know the degrees of that angle. But I can't find the degrees of that angle because I don't know this one. But there are some clues here. So take a look. I see a triangle. And we've learned three things. We know that the interior angles of a triangle add up to 180. We also know that vertical angles are congruent. I don't see any vertical angles, and I need at least two inside angles to find this triangle. And the third thing I know is that straight lines, straight angles add up to 180. And look here, I see a straight angle right here. And this outside angle is 137. So I know that this one right here, this 137, and this one have to add up to that magic number of 180 degrees. So I'm going to use that and I'm going to leverage it. I'm going to say 180 minus the 137 that's on the outside is going to leave me with, well, what's 180 minus 37? It's going to be what, 44? 44 degrees. All right, so 44, because 40 and 30 is 70. Nope, not 44, 43 degrees. Let's see if that looks right. I always go back and double check, and let's add them up. 3 plus 7 is 10, which is 0. Bring down the 1. 4 plus 7, 8. Yep. All right. So that leaves it, this one right here at 43 degrees. I know that this angle right here is 43 degrees because this straight angle right here adds up to 180. All right. Well, now I'm getting somewhere. Now it kind of looks like the above. I now have two of my interior angles, and my two interior angles are going to add up to 180 degrees with this one right here. So I can find this angle because I know these two, because the inside angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So I'm going to say that 180, I'm going to subtract the 43 that I know, and I'm going to subtract the 102 that I know, this 43 and this 102, to figure out this angle right here. Okay? And when I do that, I know that 3 and 2 is 5, so this must be a 5. It's going to be 45, so 35 degrees are left. Does that sound right? 35 degrees. Let's double check. I always figure it out and then I go back and I re-add it to make sure. 140, 150, 160, 170, 75, 76, 76, 80. Yes, so this one's 35 degrees. All right, so now I'm getting somewhere. Ultimately, my job was to find this angle, but I couldn't find this one until I knew this one. I couldn't know this one until I knew this one, and I had to use this one to find it. So now I know that here's a straight line right here. And I know straight lines add up to 180 degrees. So this angle plus this angle need to add 180. Well, 35 of it's over here. So I'm going to do it again. I'm going to take 180. I'm going to minus the 35 that's on this side to help me find out how many degrees are on the outside. Well, 180 minus 35 is going to give me 145 degrees. Because 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, yeah. So I know that this question mark, the answer to number 5 is 145 degrees. All right. So we really have to just become like detectives. We have to go and we have to figure it out. All right, let's take a look at number 7. I see a triangle. So I know that all of the angles on the inside here add up to 180 degrees. All right. But I really need to know this. Ultimately, I need to know this. But in order to find the question mark, I need to find this one first. Okay. So if 50, 30 and 20 is 50, and needs to add up to 180. So I'm going to take that 180 and subtract the 30, and I'm going to subtract the 20, and ultimately I'm going to be left with 130 degrees. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Yep. So this angle right here is 130 degrees. Okay. And now check it out. We learned in our notes that these are vertical angles. They point towards each other. They're pointing towards each other. And so they are vertical angles. Look, this one, if I turned it into like an arrow, it's going to point directly to this one. And vertical angles are congruent. So if this one's 130, then guess what? The question mark, the one we're looking for, is also 130 degrees. Okay, let's keep on going. 3 ideas that we're looking for. We're trying to decide. We know that inside angles are add up to 180, and we know that vertical angles are congruent. So I want you to give number 9 a try. Go ahead and pause the video, give number 9 a try, and ultimately you're trying to find this angle right here. Okay, pause the video, give it a try. All right, so I know I can't find this one. I can't find an angle in this triangle until I know this one. And this one I can't tell until I know this one because they're vertical. But this one has 2 degrees that are given. And if I have 2, I can find the third. So I know that these 3 angles add up to 180. I have 40 and 20 that are already taken, which leaves that's 60. So I have 120 left. Right here's going to be 120 because 120 plus 40 is 160 plus 20 is 180. Triangles add up to 180. Now, these are vertical angles. Notice they're pointing to each other, and vertical angles, we learned in our notes, are congruent. So if this one's 120, then this one here is also 120. Now, all of a sudden, we have 2 of our 3 angles in this triangle, and that's all we need. If we have 2, we can find the third because this triangle is going to add up to 180 degrees. So I'm going to take the 180. I'm going to minus the 120 that is in this angle here. I'm going to minus the 39 that is up here. And let's see. That's going to be 21 degrees, I believe. Let's find out. 21 degrees. I'm going to add it back up. 1 plus 9 is 10. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 21 degrees. So this question mark is 21 degrees for this one right here. All right. Now, I'd ultimately said I want you to do the odds. There are 3 odd ones left. If these ones are too complicated for you, I just want you to pick any 3. So you can pick some over here if you think that you might be able to do them better or they make more sense to you. But your homework is to, you have to do number 1 and number 3, okay? But then down here, you can choose any 3, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, or 16. Choose any of those 3 as your homework for the next day. All right, have a good day. I miss you guys. I'll see you soon.